Would you take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen? We had yet again another red day in the stock market today. We had the S&P 500 close down 0.8%. The Russell went down 0.6%. Same with the NASDAQ as the Dow Jones went down the most, which doesn't always happen. The Dow went down 0.9% as the VIX, funny enough, went down as well, 1.3%. So in this video, we got to break down the markets. We're going to go over some earnings, stocks I'm looking at, what I'm looking to do in the market. So sit back, relax, hit that like button, and don't forget to get your 13 stocks from Moomoo. Free money, guys. All you got to do is use that link down below, deposit at least $100, which you could then take out if you don't like Moomoo, and each of those 13 stocks could be valued up to $2,000. So get your free money, and with that being said, let's dive into the video. So what you guys are noticing right off the bat here on the 20-day chart is, you see it, guys, SPY hit a brand new low, a fresh low today. We hit under $395. We barely did, but we did. $394.86. And you guys can see we did end up closing a little bit above $395, and now after the bell, we're up a little bit more. We're in the mid $395. So we are starting to see selling pressure, and a lot of it came in the latter half of the day today, and especially in the last 10 minutes, we're starting to see selling pressure on SPY heading into $395. And if you guys have been watching my videos, I've been saying this is a very key support level, and if we do break that on SPY, it could be going down a lot lower. On the 4-hour chart, you guys can see, if we do break under 395, where's the next gap? 385, 382. There could be another $10 drop on SPY like that, and that would be the right shoulder and the head and shoulders here, which you guys can clearly see. That'd be the right shoulder completing anywhere from 375, 380, 385. So SPY, it's being dominated by the bears still. It saw a bit of a little bit of a rally this morning, or not even a rally, barely. It saw some consolidation, but then clearly in the latter half of the day, the bears ended up winning, taking the lows out from yesterday, and that's pretty much, I believe, the same thing on Triple Q. Let's pull it up and see. This tracks the NASDAQ 100. Well, I guess the only difference here is this didn't break the lows from yesterday. Yesterday's lows were 298.44. We ended up going to about 299.20 today. Barely broke under that. So who knows? Maybe tomorrow at some point we do take that low out. And I'd argue that the bears still dominated the day on Triple Q today, even though it didn't break the lows from yesterday, because you all can see here on the 5-day 5-minute, Triple Q is under the moving averages, and we have a death cross. So to me, looking at this time frame, it's really only a matter of time before it ends up taking out that low. And then on the downside here, I have an alert at 295 on Triple Q. If that point were to break, that's equivalent to 395 on SPY. There's going to be a big leg down. I think 285 towards 280 is where it could be going on the downside. So what do you guys think? Today was not a good day at all for the bulls. And in terms of what I did, I bought a little bit more Google today. I couldn't resist, guys. I nibbled a little bit more Google, even though I said I was going to buy more under 100. I nibbled a little bit here. Not a big position at all. Not even a big stake, if you will, whatever the heck you want to call it. I just bought a little bit more, and I'm going to buy even heavier now, as it looks like it is starting to go to 100 and potentially under $100 a share. You guys can see GOOG closed at 109. If it comes down to 100, under 100, that's the next spot where I'm going to be buying more. But who knows? Maybe it doesn't get under 100. Time will tell, and in the meantime, again, I just nibbled a little bit of Google today, and I think yesterday I bought a little bit of VOO, just averaging into the S&P 500 over time. In the long run, this is what I do, kind of as the base of my portfolio, the foundation. And what else have I been buying? Nothing really crazy, guys. I'm kind of strapping down on cash right now. I'm being patient, while at the same time averaging in on ETFs, right? For individual stocks, I'm being a little bit more patient, but ETFs for the long term, I'm averaging in. Some of these include VOO, VXUS for international exposure, VOT for mid-cap exposure. These are all Vanguard funds, by the way, not sponsored. I just truly love these because the expense ratios are very low. In other words, the dollar amount for them to manage the fund for you or just to keep it running or whatever, it's super low compared to mutual funds where it's ridiculously high. And this is what people like Dave Ramsey like to pitch, or other finance people. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus or anything. Well, I guess I just did. But for me personally, I disagree with mutual funds. I hate them. ETFs like VOT, VOO, VXUS, a lot of other ones from Vanguard, and ones not from Vanguard. As long as they have low expense ratios that track solid index funds, ETFs that track a good basket of stocks, I think you can't go wrong with that. And again, for me, VOT, VOO, VXUS, these are a couple that I personally own, and I've been buying as of late as the markets have slowly been turning to the downside. So what do you all think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And now let's turn over here to Webull and talk about crypto. You thought we were going to forget about crypto today, guys? You thought wrong. We're going to break down Bitcoin and Ethereum and see where they're trading at as of now when I'm filming at about 5 p.m. on the East Coast. So believe it or not, Bitcoin is up. And this is funny because I think yesterday we talked about how Bitcoin, Ethereum, the stock market, they're very correlated. Well, today, Bitcoin's up 2% while the stock market went down, and I think Ethereum's up as well. So we are starting to see a little bit of consolidation at 20,100, 200, really just right around the low 20,000s on Bitcoin. We've been seeing that for the past couple of days. I mean, nothing crazy. It's really just been about 2-3 days of consolidation. So is this getting ready for maybe a relief rally towards 21.5, 22,000? Or is this the next consolidation? Or is this consolidating heading into the next leg down? Which if we do take out 20,000 again, 19.5, there could be a ways down for Bitcoin. So I'm going to be patient on it. I'm not FOMOing into this 2% pop that we're seeing today. In fact, I'm being very cautious of it. I feel like it could be a bull trap. So keep your eyes on that for Bitcoin. And when it comes to Ethereum, this is up even more. It's up 3%. It's at 1570 as I'm filming this video. And this is something that I'm being very cautious of as well. If you notice here, if I draw this out, what are we noticing, guys? We are still at a lower high here at about 1,600, 1,575 on Ethereum. We're not breaking out. I mean, okay, fine. If we were breaking out of the highs from a week ago, 1,700, 1,750, that would be a legitimate reversal. That would be the head and shoulder neckline breaking, because you guys can see we're in a head and shoulders as well. So at this point, I think this is a bull trap. I'd be very careful. I would not be surprised if Ethereum went under 1,500 at some point until the charts end up proving me wrong. So let me know your thoughts about Ethereum, Bitcoin, crypto, and if you guys like this platform, this is Webull. You can get 12 free stocks from Webull with any amount deposited, link down below, or just go to stocksrefs.com/Webull, and while you're at it, get your 13 stocks from Moomoo as well. All those are linked down below, and I appreciate all you guys for using those links. It really helps out the channel, and without you all, hey, this channel, I can tell you that for sure, would not be possible. So let's take a look here at ThinkOrSwim, because the video, we're just getting started, guys. We have some stocks to break down in this video, 2 that reported earnings and 5 that I'm looking at that, in general, I think look pretty decent. So the first one is Five Below. You guys know Five Below? Well, now it's probably 10 Below because of inflation. I don't know how these names are going to be. What are these companies going to be called in 10 years from now? I mean, Dollar Store, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, nothing there is really, I mean, there are things under $1. Five Below, I mean, what are they going to be called in 10, 15 years? Please let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What, 20 Below and $5 General or something like that? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. So take a look here. Five Below, and I didn't even pull it up yet. Five Below is up after the bell, guys. It closed at 127 on the day, went down 1.3%. Now it's at $135 after the bell, up over 5%. After the bell. They did 74 cents versus 79 cents estimated, so they missed on EPS, but still a pretty profitable quarter there. On revenue, that beat. Actually, no, that missed. Oh, wow, I read that wrong. $668.9 million versus $682.74 million. So they actually double missed, and revenue and EPS guidance was under the estimate for the third quarter. I mean, I don't understand how the stock could be moving, but that's the stock market for you guys. It is moving, even though they double missed and earnings, for earnings and the guidance is not looking good for the next quarter. And I think for full year, it's not even looking good either. So I don't get it. I don't get it. It's just one of those things. You know, we can see here on the chart, if I pull up the 4-hour time frame, give me a second here, guys. Let's see. You all could see now it's starting to turn up, you know, above that 180 SMA. Well, it was well above it already. Now it's starting to break out of the 50s. So if this starts successfully taking out the mid 130s towards 140, there could be a big move coming to the upside on Five Below. So even though their earnings were horrible, guidance is trash, we got to watch it. Ticker symbol FIVE. The next one is OKTA, ticker symbol OKTA. You guys see that? Ticker symbol OKTA. This one is down $7 after the bell, closed at 91. Now it's at 84. They did adjusted EPS of negative 79 cents, or 73 cents rather, so they lost on the quarter. And revenue ended up coming in at about wait a second, I don't even have it here, but their next, for their guidance rather, they're looking to do 1.81 to 1.82 billion, which is pretty much right in line, but I'm not sure what they did for revenue on this quarter. Where the heck is it? Why did they not put it here? Oh, here it is, guys. My bad. 452 million. So they did 452 million revenue. They lost 73 cents adjusted EPS, and for guidance for the full year, which came in line, 1.81 to 1.82 billion for revenue. And the stock again is down $7. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, guys. This stuff is nuts. But clearly, investors, traders are not liking this. And I'm not gonna lie to you all and be like, oh, I know all about OKTA. I don't even know why it's falling. I don't know much about the company, to be honest. But clearly there's something that people that do know about the company are not liking, which are the investors, traders. They're selling off the stock, right? It is down 7-8% after the bell. So watch out for it. It's, I think, now under the moving averages, on both time frame, or on a lot of time frames, but especially here on the 4-hour chart. Now we're getting a death cross as well. So that is OKTA. Foot Locker is another one, ticker symbol FL, that you guys got to watch. They reported pretty good earnings from what I remember. Stock shot up to $40. I told you all it's going to cool off. Trust me. Here we are, about a week and a half later, it's cooled off. It's down about $4 or $5 from that peak. In other words, about 8.5-9%. And here, I think buyers could come in at some point, whether maybe not at $36, $37, but if it comes down to $33, $34, $5, that's where buyers could be coming in my opinion, based on the trend line that I have here and the 50 moving average. And let's say it breaks under, let's play devil's advocate here. If it breaks under 34, breaks under 32, it's probably going to start going down to the 180 SMA. But as of now, it's not doing that. It's in the mid-30s. We're above the highs from beginning of June. Even in the beginning of March, we were struggling at about 33, 34. So now we're above that point, above the 50 SMA. Let's see if Foot Locker gets the buying pressure for a move back to the high 30s, low 40s. I think that's where it could be going. And Airbnb is another one that I'm looking at, which it's in a pretty interesting spot. We have a head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. If we do break under the 180 SMA here on the bottom of this wedge, that right shoulder is going to play out, right? In that case, this could be a short. Bears are going to come in and run this to the ground, probably to $100, maybe even lower. But if we do break the 50 SMA, the top of the wedge, the neckline of this head and shoulders breaks at about $115, $20, which we're pretty close to that. So it's really just what direction we pick at this point. If we start breaking 115.20, mid 120s, higher 130s, I mean, this could end up breaking out like no other. So Airbnb, I'm watching it. LVS is another one, Las Vegas Sands, which did well today. I'm not sure if you guys caught it. It went up about 3%. We closed just slightly above, ever so slightly above the 50 and the 180 SMAs here on the 4-hour chart. And we also have a bit of a wedge here. You all can see higher lows have been made for a good couple of weeks, but now in the past couple of days, lower highs as well. So again, like I said with Airbnb, we have to wait on direction. Same thing here applies on Las Vegas Sands. If we start getting a big breakout towards 38.9, especially above $40, there could be a nice move coming towards the mid-40s on this, maybe higher. Who knows? We got to watch it. So LVS, Gilead is another one, GILD. And if you guys are still here, make sure to smash that like button. You are the real MVP. You guys remember that saying, the real MVP That's you watching this video. So Gilead, GILD, this one up 1.5% on the day, and it is up, it looks like a little bit after the bell. And this is, what do you guys see here? This is pretty much a head and shoulders in the making. So you're probably like, Stas, why are you watching it then? Well, if we do end up breaking the neckline, which is actually right where it closed today, if we start breaking out of this neckline at about 64, 65 bucks a share, we might be getting a big move on Gilead. Maybe towards, first of all, the head and shoulders would be out the window, but maybe it starts making a move towards 66, 7, right around the highs from the middle of August. So Gilead, it's looking pretty decent. You know, we close on a 2% green day today, right under that 50 SMA, and again, that neckline. Watch out for a break. I'm going to be watching it very, very closely. And the last stock for the video, guys, is good old McDonald's, ticker symbol MCD. Look at McDonald's right now. It went up barely on the day, but I guess on a red day overall in the stock market, any sign of green is good. Today, McDonald's went up 0.07%, and we're noticing now it is pretty dang oversold. I mean, let's be honest here. It is pretty dang oversold. It has come down 6%, which in the grand scheme of things, that's not a lot compared to some other stocks. But during this sell-off, it is down about 5-6%. We're at the bottom of this channel at about 250, 55 bucks. If this ends up getting buyers here in the mid 200s where we are, or 250s rather, if it starts going high 250s, we are going to get a move towards back to at least 260, 65 in my opinion, middle, top of the channel here. So keep your eyes out on McDonald's, Gilead, Las Vegas Sands, Airbnb, Foot Locker, OKTA, and good old Five Below, which I think is going to be called 20 Below in about 10 years. They're going to change their names. I mean, they're going to have to. I mean, there's just no way this is going to last. But overall, what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe. Check out my Patreon, link down below if you guys are interested. And do not forget to get your 13 stocks from Moomoo with a $100 deposit. Each of those could be up to $2,000. What am I saying here? Each of those could be up to $2,000. Clearly, I need to stop talking. And don't forget to also get your 12 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. All that good stuff, the free stocks, free money, they're linked down below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching as always. Peace out. I need some water. I'll see you guys later. And by the way, speaking of water, now that I need it, stay hydrated, guys. I'll catch you in the next video.